What's up, guys? Matchstick Gamer here, bringing you some more Dragon Ball Super information. This, of course, coming yet again from Herms. Let me be clear in saying this, though, that I am sorry that I'm getting this out so late. I was out with my wife and some family, just having a good time, and I didn't even know this information came out. By the way, for those of you wondering how my day went in that regard, it was alright until something happened today, unfortunately. I mean, can't go out anywhere without something bad happening, I guess, but stuff happens, right? Also been watching a lot of Interstellar 555. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's some stuff pertaining to Daft Punk, and if you don't know who Daft Punk is, I highly suggest you look them up. Great music. But yeah. Anyways, so going off on a little tangent there, just talking about what I've been doing lately. But let's get into what we're actually here to discuss, and that's these previews. There are two preview summaries. There's actually an alternative one for episode 67 or not 67, excuse me, 86 and 87. And then, of course, the others. So, I guess we'll start off with the first set, and then we'll read the alternative translation. So, here we go. So, preview summaries for Dragon Ball Super episodes 86 through 89. That's important, right? Says Herms. Alright, so first, of course, as usual, we always look at the original source. It looks to be some sort of, like, TV guide type thing, where it, of course, lists the episode title, episode number, date it airs, and then the summary. So, there you go so far. Now let's see what they actually say. Now, we'll start off with episode 86, which is the one where Android 17 is going to make his grandiose appearance, so it ought to be good to see how this works out. So let's see if it's any different from the one I read the other day. Dragon Ball Super, episode 86, titled Trading Blows for the First Time, Android 17 vs. Son Goku, airing April 16th. As Son Goku and the gang hurry to gather members for the Tournament of Power, the Gods of Destruction plot to squash Goku's home, Universe 7. Unaware of this, Goku tries to recruit Android 17. Okay, so basically a shorter version of what we discussed yesterday, but the added thing of the gods wanting to destroy, Goku, of course, and his home, which we read about in a different preview. So, moving on to Dragon Ball Super, episode 87. Hunt the Poachers, Goku and number 17, or Android 17, whatever you prefer to call them, joint battle, airing April 23rd. After 17 turns down Goku's attempt to recruit him, okay, so I guess Goku turns it down initially, Goku tries to convince him. The two then sense someone approaching. The sky goes dark, and when they look up, there's a giant spaceship in the sky. Okay, so Goku tries to convince 17, I guess, in this previous episode. This episode, Goku tried to convince him, but 17's like, no, I'm not interested. And then suddenly a spaceship appears. So perhaps 17 will be convinced after this spaceship, gets taken care of. Also, who's this spaceship belong to? Is this spaceship sent there by the Gods of Destruction, or the Kais from the other universes, or is this someone pertaining to Frieza who managed to survive that they didn't gather for the big invasion, or someone completely unrelated? Maybe it's a assassin that's like close to hit, and he's just kind of there to take on Goku to see if, like, maybe this Goku guy is as good as Hit claims. I mean, I don't know. I'm just making assumptions. Could be none of those things. Heck, it just might be a random new alien we've never met before. It might even be related to Jocko. Maybe it's somebody Jocko's been trying to capture, and he just happened to find his way to Earth, and a bit of a problem. Not much, but a bit. Alright, so moving on. Episode 88 for Dragon Ball Super, Gohan and Piccolo, the Master and Disciples' intense training to the limit, airing April 30th. While Goku recruits Android 17, Gohan has been visiting Piccolo. Piccolo has promised Goku that he will train Gohan until the tournament. Okay, so it seems that Gohan's going to get an intense few hours of training, because literally the tournament last episode for Super is going to happen in 38 hours. So there's only 38 hours remaining, so Gohan's essentially going to get almost 2 days worth of training on regular Earth time. He's not going to the Hyperbolic Time Chamber unless they put them in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, in which case he'll get 2 years worth of training. Hopefully this training will be very intense if that does happen, because that would be very beneficial, because we've seen what a year of intense training for Gohan did for him during the Cell Saga. If not, then I do think Gohan will be beneficial to this tournament. I do think he will get some strength back, but I don't see him being like, Cell Saga Gohan or Buu Saga Gohan. That's not knocking on him or throwing shade at him, as some people say. It's just me making observation based on what we've seen in the past. I could be wrong. Maybe Gohan just for whatever reason, despite everything we've been shown, suddenly has a major boost in power that's well beyond anything he's ever shown before. Yes, I recognize Gohan as a character is, prone to getting these power boosts because of his half Saiyan blood and all that. Half Saiyans tend to have great boosts like that, but that'd be a huge boost even by Gohan standards, especially when he hasn't been training intensely for a long time. Yes, he's been training with Piccolo again, but, it's not to the extent it was like during the Cell games, for example. I'm just saying. Anyways, we'll see what happens. I'm not trying to jump to conclusions. I'm just saying based on observation, okay? And of course, Dragon Ball Super Episode 89, titled A Mysterious Beauty Appears, Mystery of the Tien Shinhan Style Dojo, airing May 7th. When Goku comes to visit Kame-Sennin, or Master Roshi, whatever you want to call him, Ulan tells him Kame-Sennin is at the dojo Tien Shinhan opened, so it appears Tien's opened up a dojo. That's nice. Meanwhile, a mysterious beautiful girl calling herself Yurin visits the Tienshin style dojo. Okay, so, a girl named Yurin visits. Now, the funny thing here is, I'm wondering if Yurin might be related to Tien. I mean, the name sounds similar. I mean, maybe I could be wrong. Also, I'm wondering if we might see Launch this episode, because, I mean, I'm not sure how many people remember this. Launch kind of had a thing for Tien. It's shown through a lot of filler in Z, not so much. I think some in Dragon Ball. It's been a little bit since I watched Dragon Ball. Maybe I should go back and rewatch it for like the 6th time now. But I do think Launch had a bit of a thing for Tien, so it'd be nice to see her, since we haven't seen her in Super yet, I don't believe. I could be wrong on that. Correct me if I am wrong, anybody, if we've seen her either in the Super manga and or the Super anime, but I don't think we have. So this would be nice for us to have the ability to see Launch in Super. Even if it is only for this episode, I would like her to appear for at least one episode, and if it's just for this one, I can live with that. It'd be nice to have more of her, even though I know she's not much of a big help, but it's just sort of funny to have her around, wondering when that ticking time bomb of a sneeze is going to go off, when she's going to be nice, when she's going to go all psycho and start shooting. I mean, the bullets aren't much of a threat nowadays, but, it's still funny just watching her flip out and stuff. It's like, oh, where's Tien? Or, I can't do her daggum accent she does in English. Not to mention I'm not a chick either, but anyways. It'd be nice to see her here, maybe her and this Yurin chick get into a fight. That'd be funny. Like, no, Tien's mine, not Tien's mine. Unless my assumption is Yurin's related to Tien, and in which case, no, that'd be weird. But I don't know. So, let's we're going to check out the alternative translations for episodes 86 and 87 real quick. So scrolling up here, and here are alternative summaries for episodes 86 and 87. So Herms has been kind of to translate alternative summaries. So again, looking at the original source here, I'm not sure why there are alternative summaries. Maybe they released another guide or something. I don't know. Let's check it out. Dragon Ball Super, episode 86. Trading blows for the first time. Android 17 versus Son Goku, airing April 16th. As Goku hurries to gather members for the Tournament of Power, he comes to the island where number 17 works at an animal reserve. Okay, so it appears that the animal reserve 17 works at is on an island. Didn't know that. That's interesting. There, Goku spars with number 17 to gauge his power, then immediately tries to recruit him, but number 17 turns Goku down. Why? So, that's interesting. I also find it nice and interesting Goku and him are going to fight. I actually would like to see them fight, being as they've never actually encountered each other, much less fought. Now, I don't think 17's Super Saiyan Blue level. That's not to say I think 17's, useless in a fight nowadays. It's just, let's be honest here, he's not God tier, okay? But I certainly think he's powerful. He's certainly gotten stronger. In fact, not the one I'm currently reading in this video, but the previous video, it said he did in fact get stronger. Now, by how much is questionable. So, that's interesting. Next, Dragon Ball Super, episode 87. Hunt the Poachers, Goku and number 17 joint battle, airing April 23rd. Number 17 battles poachers to save animals, wanting to recruit number 17 for the Tournament of Power at all costs. Goku joins the fight. Though number 17 had turned Goku down before, and after the poachers are defeated with Goku's help, he agrees to enter the tournament. Meanwhile, Gohan is off visiting Piccolo. So it seems that in this alternative translation, or alternative summary, I should say, they reveal that 17 does in fact agree, so it seems that they're already kind of spoiling all that for us, or not entirely the episode, but, I mean, we knew 17 was going to join, let's be honest here, we knew it was going to happen. We see him there, they've already kind of revealed, yeah, 17 is going to be there. Now, it's kind of is this to some degree spoiling every little detail that's going to happen in this episode? No, but we do know that they defeat the Poulters. We still don't know who the aliens are that invade initially to, I guess, screw with the reserve that 17 works at. But, I mean, there we go. That's interesting. So, what do you guys think of these summaries? I personally, I'm really wondering if we'll see launch in episode 89. I'm looking forward to seeing more of 17 in those 2 episodes. And, I'm really glad to see that they're making Gohan train really hard. Granted, it's only going to be for a few hours. Again, if they stick him in the time chamber, get a couple of years, get like a year or so in there, like a year and a few months worth of training. As long as it's intense, I think it'll really boost Gohan's power up. But, you know, if they don't do that and he's strictly just training on regular, normal Earth time, only getting a few hours worth of training, then it's not really going to benefit Gohan. At most, he's maybe going to get like maybe a day and a couple hours in worth of training. Granted, he's done a little sparring with Krillin, but I wouldn't really count that as intense training. So, yeah, there's that. And, of course, he's been flying around Goku, and I wouldn't really count that either. And that's just counting what's been going on these past few hours before the tournament takes place. Like, these last few episodes have literally been going on for just a few hours before the tournament. So, it's shocking to believe that we haven't really passed that much time. Usually, these episodes, it's like a couple of days at a time. They're, like, cramming, like, a few hours of like one day into a series of episodes, so really slowing down time for us to kind of explain stuff to us and world build and all that. But I think I pretty much said everything I can here. I got another video I'm working on. I know I said that the other day with 2 other videos, but this video is unrelated to that, and I need to research a little bit before I put it out. I could be wrong on some things. I don't want to say too much about it. But if I'm wrong, then you won't see the video. And if I'm right, you will see the video. But let's just say that I think the manga may have screwed up again. That's all I'm going to leave it at. And if I'm right, you will see the video and you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyways, I digress. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out the official Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch pages linked down below per usual. Be linking all this stuff for Herms' page down below in the description of the video for you guys to come check out. So yeah, thank you and peace. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z/Kai, Dragon Ball GT, and Dragon Ball Super are all owned by Fuji TV, Toei Animation, Funimation, and Akira Toriyama. I do not claim to own any of these. The video and any images that appear were used under fair use.